Welcome to Java 16 video on records. Records allows you to store data from DB or CSV or from different sources, and these records are immutable. That means once you create the record, you won't be able to change the data. We will not be able to modify the data. And records have some inbuilt methods, constructors with field, getters, equals method, hash code, and toString. We will go through the details in the demo on this course. Okay, let's get started with the coding. Let's create the main class. So let's call it record demo main, and let's create the main and then finish it. All right, now let's delete that line, auto create it, and let's go and create the first, declare a record. Let's call an employee and let's give an ID, that's an integer, and then let's give a name to the employee. Also, let's give a flag to say if the person is employed. All right, and then let's, okay, this is the syntax to create a record. Now let's create the new record of the first employee. So that will be employee 1 equal to new employee. And let's give the values. One ID 1 name is, let's say, John Smith maybe. And then he is employed, let's say true. Okay, now the first record is created, and then we need to create the local variable. All right, now let's try to print out something and see. Okay, let's print the entire record. Or just, let's say, the employee record. Okay, let's move it in. Oops. Okay, let's move it in the within the parentheses. Right now, plus employee 1. So you can notice that toString method is already created for us. Okay, let's run and see. All right, so you see the toString method is already created by the records class. Now let's create some more employees. Employee 2, and let's call it Ravi. And is employee true? Let's say this, and then create one more employee, employee 3. Let's call it maybe Manmohan Singh or something. And let's say he's not employed. So let's make it false. All right. Now let's try to print out various fields. This will show you how to access the fields inside the record. Employee 2, name, let's print the name. All right, now let's say for employee 3 is employed. Let's print a boolean. All right, now we should be able to run it, and you can see all these fields are printed out. So the record is kind of makes our life much easier. We don't have to create all the boilerplate code, creating a traditional way of toString, gets, setters, everything, right? And again, we need to notice it is immutable, so there is no setters applicable for this. So let's try to create a record outside the main class. So here let's make it a record, and then we need to give the parameters. Let's give ID, and then let's give first name and last name. And also let's say the status, employment status. All right, now let's okay. All right, now let's create the employee record, public record, so that you will be able to access from outside. All right, so our employee record kind of record class is ready. Let's go to the main and let's try to access. Let's call it employee record 1 equal to new employee record, and let's give the IDs and see what this function defines. All right, let's declare, create a local variable, and then let's give an ID 4, and then see the first name, last name, and then employee status. Let's call Heather Hudson, and then let's say true. Let's print out the record and make sure everything is good. All right, when we run, we see the employee record which was created externally. All right, let's let's explain how the all right, let's access each fields within that record. Let's comment about this. All right, we see each field has been printed. Okay, next let's look at the equals to method, which is already kind of provided for us by the records class. All right, so let's create two more employee records, and some with equal and some are not equal. So let's say record 2, and let's leave it, and then let's say record 2 and one other equal. Record 3, let's make some changes. Yes, let's call it 5, employee number 5. All right, now let's create a dot equal and see. Let's say employee record 1 dot equals employee record 3. Then let's print out. Here records equal 1 and 2 are same, 3 are same, but we know they are not, so we expect that not to print. Let's say 1 and 2. All right, let's run it and see. All right, so it didn't print the first record because they are not equal, but then the second line it showed. Now let's do an else statement so that we get some value printed out. They are not the same. All right, let's run it and see. All right, hope this video is helpful to you. All right, thank you for watching Java 16 on records. See you next time.